Yes, it finally looks like mortgage interest rates are falling and home prices are moderating. And you're excited to get back into the housing market or even start your home search. And now you find out and discover that you have to sign a buyer's agreement with a real estate agent. What the Flanagan? I'm Jim Flanagan, broker of record, Coldwell Banker Flanagan Realty.
And I'm Gayle Flanagan, broker manager, Coldwell Banker Flanagan Realty.
And in this video, we're going to talk about the
new law
and how it affects you as a home buyer in Ocean County, New Jersey.
Before we discuss the 6 major changes that took effect with this new law on August 1st in the state of New Jersey, would you please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with anyone who you think might find it useful.
In this video, we are going to briefly discuss the 6 changes that took effect August 1st, 2024 as part of the New Jersey Real Estate Consumer Protection Enhancement Act, the law. But the majority of this video is going to focus on the one change which requires you as the home buyer, if you choose to work with a real estate agent, to look for homes, to sign a written agreement with that real estate agent.
Okay, so the first change we're going to talk about is regarding the seller's property disclosure statement. Going forward, it is now mandated by the state of New Jersey that you as the buyer, when you're getting prepared to make your offer or go into contract, will have to now sign this property disclosure statement in advance of signing an offer or going under contract on your purchase.
The second major change is now we are required to post a disclosure at our open houses. Gayle, would you mind reading the disclosure for our guest?
First, take a look. Here goes. Attention prospective purchasers. As per New Jersey SEPA Bill S3192 mandate, Real Estate Consumer Protection Enhancement Act, please read this sign carefully. This is to advise you that the agent who is conducting this open house represents the seller and is required by law to promote the interests of the seller. Any information you give this agent is not considered confidential under New Jersey law and could be disclosed to the seller of this property.
Now, we know this sounds intimidating, but the good news is you are not required to sign any agreement with any real estate agent in order to visit or view any open houses in the state of New Jersey. The third change is a change to what we call the Consumer Information Statement, or the CIS. The law now allows for what is called designated agency. In the past, a real estate agent in the state of New Jersey could act as a seller's agent, a buyer's agent, a disclosed dual agent, or a transaction broker. Effective August 1st, 2024, as part of this new law, we can now also act as a designated agent. What this simply means is, with your permission as the buyer and with the seller's permission in writing, I as the broker can assign an agent within my company to represent you exclusively as the buyer and a separate different agent to represent the seller exclusively as the seller.
So the fourth change is pertaining to real estate professionals' continuing education requirements. So now we are required to take an additional class regarding agency to complete our continuing education requirements.
The fifth major change is that we as real estate brokers are now prohibited from displaying the offer of buyer's agent compensation, aka what the buyer's agent, the fee they are being offered by the seller for the buyer agent to bring the buyer to their home. We are prohibited from displaying that compensation through the multiple listing service.
But can a seller still offer to pay for a buyer agent compensation fee?
Yes, they can, and yes, they most likely will. Now, it's important to understand that all commissions are negotiable in the state of New Jersey, and a seller does not have to offer any compensation to a buyer's agent. They never did.
Right. That's nothing new.
That's nothing new. The only new part is that we are no longer allowed to display that compensation through the multiple listing
Spit it out, dear.
service. Okay, and now for the sixth major change, and the reason that you've watched this entire video so far, which is?
So I guess you're asking yourself, why do I have to sign this required agreement just to go look at houses with my agent?
So the sixth major change is, before you can look at any homes with a real estate professional in the state of New Jersey, you will now be required to sign a written agreement with that buyer's agent.
So you will only be required to sign this agreement as long as you want the services and want to work with a licensed real estate professional. So just like a for sale by owner, right, who's selling their home on their own, that seller doesn't want to work with a licensed agent, you can opt out of signing this agency agreement if you'd like to be an unrepresented buyer. So let's discuss what is actually in this buyer agency agreement.
Okay. There are a few things that are in this buyer agency agreement, with the first being the fee that your buyer's agent is requesting as their buyer service to help you find and purchase a home. Just like a seller can negotiate their commission with a real estate agent to market and sell their home, you as the buyer have the right to negotiate your commission with your buyer's agent. Remember, in New Jersey, all fees and commissions are negotiable. And there are a few ways that fee can be funded. The historical way, where the seller pays the entire fee. Okay? The new way, where you as the buyer can pay your agent's fee or fund your agent's fee.
Right.
A combination of the two, where the seller pays a portion of the fee and you pay a portion of the fee as the buyer. And or
my goodness,
your agent can actually negotiate their fee into the contract.
Wow.
And see if the seller is willing to pay their fee out of the proceeds of the sale.
How novel.
What else is included in this agreement, Gayle?
So next, let's talk about term. So term means a length, right? The agreed upon length or negotiated length or term of this agreement. So it can be as little as 1 day. It could be as long as 6 months. So whatever you and your agent decide to agree upon can be negotiated and written out and agreed upon. That also would go for maybe one house. You only want to sign this agreement to just go take a look at one house, and you're a little nervous to be obligated to anything further. That can be discussed and agreed upon with your agent if the two of you agree. Please don't be scared or feel like you're obligating or signing your life away, because with whatever term you do come up with and agree to, you have the right, if within 72 hours you put together in writing that you would like to terminate this agreement, then you and your agent both would be free to move on.
And your agent also has the same right to terminate the agreement.
Oh, yes. Forgot about that.
So not only can you fire your agent, but your agent can actually fire you with 72 hours notice.
What else is in this agreement, Jim?
The buyer agent must include their activities, exactly what they are going to do for you in order to justify their fee. Now, we're not going to go into every single activity, but a lot of those are going to include the disclosure of agency, the home search process, the help with financing, negotiating, transaction coordination, closing the transaction. So every single activity that's included that your buyer does must be included in this agreement.
Is there anything else?
Well, the agreement is 5 pages long. So if you're interested in actually seeing the agreement before you sign it, leave a comment below on this video and we'll send it to you, or we'll try to post it here. But we're wrong with having this agreement reviewed by an attorney.
Okay, there you have it.
Now, we know we've covered a lot, especially in the last point, number 6. So we're going to continue to create videos as this
Unfolds.
as this new law develops and unfolds, because you are not alone. You're not the only one who's surprised at this. This is in New Jersey now, but this is going to be, there are going to be similar laws nationally
in a couple weeks,
effective between August 15th and August 17th, 2024.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to this channel for more information and for more videos that will educate you and empower you to make the best decisions for you and the rest of the day to yourself.
Thank you.